Welcome back to another daily move. Glad to see you guys back. Glad everybody is here. We are getting into another live session. Would like to tap into everything again today. Like we said, the last episode was our last, basically our last, but we had to come back and drop a part two. You dig? We had to come back and drop a part two. We got our pool moving. We got Instagram moving. Another big day. We got a lot of views. We got a lot of sight on our business now. Another thing coming soon, shortly. So be tuned for that as well. Um, be tuned in because we got a lot. We got a lot going. That's one thing I could say about what's happening. Sir, that's what I will say. So what we're gonna make sure we do is be consistent, persistent, and always give game and not gatekeep things. Right? We gotta show love where love is shown, right? And love is definitely being shown to Daily Dose Media, and we are gonna continue to outpour that love as well. So, with that being said, let's get to started. Let's get today. One thing that's so key right now is motivation, and we are always in the motivation business. That's what we're about. That's what we do, right? That's one of our main keys, one of our main roles within our time. So today we actually have a great one here. Your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own thoughts unguarded. So that's actually true because you have to know about yourself, right? You have to live within your own truth, live within your own means, understand that you are the one who is going to be able to affect change, right? You are the one who's going to be able to steer things in a different way. So you always have to be the one to be on it, the one to be thinking higher, the one to be wanting to grow, right? So that with that being said, you can't be around people who are not willing to grow, right? If you're around people who are not willing to grow, then they gotta go. That's not shots fired at anybody. But it's you gotta understand that if you're just sitting here, what do you expect? You gotta be willing to grow, willing to understand yourself, willing to understand the movement and the power you have to influence and impact change, right? So that's actually a key one. Don't make your worst enemy be your own thoughts, right? That's be your positive influence, right? To make those things not affect you, right? Distractions are everywhere. Distractions are all around us, especially in 2023. So with that being said, we have to make sure that we are able to keep positive thoughts, keep positive outlooks on things, even when it may seem negative. So that's a great one right there. Another top one right here that one of our team dropped to us is you are on the verge of something great. Don't quit. Keep pushing yourself. I'm proud of you for being determined. This one is actually really great. Um, Focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. Focus on your character, not your reputation. Focus on your blessings and not your misfortunes. Roy T. Bennett. That's a key one too, right? Because a lot of people focus on the negatives. A lot of people focus on the past, right? With your strengths, with the positive things that you contribute to yourself, not to only to yourself, but to people around you, um, you're able to think better. This goes back to the point we just had, like about positive thoughts and being able to think positively no matter what's going on around you, right? Perseverance, understanding, and just being able to understand that your character is always under construction, right? Your character is always growing. You are building daily, you are influencing things daily, you are making the steps to be where you need to be. So that's one thing that you got to focus on, that we got to focus on. Focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. Focus on your character, not your reputation. Focus on your blessings because the blessings are really what you have now, what you have around you, what you're able to do and maneuver with, right? Like this in terms of even podcasting, what I'm doing right now with the limited amount of space or whatever it may be. It's not even limited. It's something that's unlimited. You're able to utilize and still get the word out about information. So that's also another blessing that instead of focusing on the limited space, you focus on what you're able to actually do with that limited space. So it's a positive in everything. Super key. Super key. And as you see, we're wearing the assets and liabilities shirt. Shout out to Earn Your Leisure, Troy, Rashad, Ian. Yeah, we tapped in. I'm pretty sure they're even having a little networking event down in Toronto for Caravana Weekend. That's happening on Monday. So we already got some tickets. So we are going to be in there like swimwear. So shout out Earn Your Leisure, doing great things. Canada definitely supports Earn Your Leisure. So we we appreciate you and your moves. So everybody stay tapped into Earn Your Leisure. Yeah, and pull up to that show. Networking. It's all about networking. Networking is so key. They've also shown how key it is by how much big billionaires and key influences are going to be at this Invest Fest in Atlanta. So hopefully one year I make it out there and network, network. So with that being said, let's move on to our next one. This is actually another key one. I think today is just about self affirmations, just being positive about yourself and knowing your own your own strengths and just developing as you go. So this one, develop a strong opinion about yourself so that you don't accidentally start believing what others say about you. That's the key one there because with all this social media, with everything going on, people are so easily influenced by the outside society, right? So TikTok, all these things. So with all that being in the mix now, it just creates more opportunity for you to fall into these type of traps. So with that being said, you need to understand where you stand. You need to understand how you are going to keep yourself going. You need to understand how these things affect not only you, but affect the people around you, right? Social media is almost a drug. I've seen someone go over it very well, say it's this increased amount of dopamine that people constantly crave, right? They want the likes, they want the comments, they want the viral effect. This leads to a lot of things within our society, such as doing things for clout and other things. So, with that being said, you just need to develop a strong opinion about yourself. Know that you are the one. Know that you are going to make change and influence. And you could do that. You could do that, of course. You just got to know you can. We're staying tapped in with the move. We're staying tapped in with the growth. And now we're going to our biz, biz talk. Biz talk. We are live with our biz talk now. So we've been looking at a lot of things within these markets this week, and it's been up and down. It's been a real roller coaster this week with a lot of stocks. S&P is up 0.08%. It was down. S&P is really down right now, 0.2. So yeah, the Dow's down. Everything is kind of on the downside right now, but we are people are really buying in more at these prices, getting a better price, averaging in. So yeah, definitely stay in the know, stay aware of these prices and the market right currently. So there's a lot of earnings this week. There's a lot of things that happen. So we're gonna continue to watch and see what we can see. Fear and greed index is definitely down currently. So we'll stay watching. But one of the main stories right now is how Tupperware shares soar on agreement with lenders to restructure debt. So Tupperware has been in the news because they just amassed such a large market cap and they just, as it said here, they just restructured certain debt and stuff. So their stocks, whoever was invested in certain Tupperware companies, they definitely rose and did very well. So are continuing to do well right now. So people are really watching to see where that goes. May not be a long lasted growth, but it is continuing to grow currently. So that's a move to watch. Warren Buffett says he's not worried about Fitch's U.S. downgrade. So there's been a downgrade in a couple things